Howdy, I'm John Richmond, and I'm the inventor of the Sluice Industries GOLDROP, gold and pay dirt separating processor. I purchased myself a Royal Drywasher in preparation for the LDMA Diggers Push Dig down at the Duisenberg camp this March 26th, 27th, and 28th. So what I've done is I've created my own pay dirt here, and I'm going to be testing this dry washer that I've made several modifications on, and see how well my modifications are doing in order to increase the efficiency of this dry washer. So now we'll give you a demonstration of what I'm doing. I've never used this dry washer before. I've never used a dry washer before. So this is all new to me and totally an experiment and a learning situation here. So let's carry on. This is the Royal Drywasher. It's a large model, and I'll show you the modifications that I've made to this in preparation for the the Diggers Push Dig down at Camp Duisenberg. So anyway, I elevated the dry washer about 9 inches, and so what that allowed me to do was to add a chute to the end of the dry washer in order to drop the gravel into my wheelbarrow. I've also added a backstop to the dry washer, so as we're shoveling dirt into it, it'll hit the backstop and drop onto the screen and then head on down into the wheelbarrow. I've also added a vibrator to the back side in order to produce vibrations so that the gravel that enters the chute in the screen will then vibrate down into the wheelbarrow without having to manually move everything down into the wheelbarrow. It also allows me not to have the tailings on the ground that would have to shovel out of the way. Now I have this wheelbarrow that I can just cart the tailings away and dump it away from where we're digging. So then I've also added, since I am elevated, I put a bucket out of the front of the sluice with a ramp on it, or a chute, so that the tailings will drop into the bucket, and that way we're hauling buckets away and not having, again, to shovel additional dirt away from the dry washer. So these are the modifications I made to it, and so anyway, here's my pay dirt here. I've got several buckets that I've made, and gravel that I've got out of the yard here, and dirt that I've had, plus Duisenberg dirt that I added to it also. And also I've created the gold. I purchased these 15-gram pay dirt containers. There's 15 pounds of gravel and dirt in each one of these, and 15 grams of gold. And this is how I will be gauging the efficiency of what I've done with this dry washer. Bought this from Dave Varabioff at goldbay.com. Absolutely the best place to buy pay dirt, because there is no ROI, or return on investment, to worry about. You're buying your gold. He puts it in this container or any other fashion of containers and sells it to you, so there is no worry about return on investment. The gold is in here is 100% guaranteed to be there. If not, he will satisfy you 100% regardless. So anyway, this is what we're going to do. And I've also have myself a fan, since it's not windy today and I don't want to be standing in all that dirt. So that'll be blowing away the dirt. And that's my generator over there that will be operating my vibrator and the fan. And of course, this is the echo blower that comes with the dry washer. Well, it's ordered separately, but this is an important part of the dry washing system. So we'll get it operating here and see how well we do. vibrator worked very well. You can see this is all of the gravel that didn't make it down into the chute, but what made it into the wheelbarrow is pretty impressive. So now this wheelbarrow makes it easy to cart away the tailings and dump it, so you're not spending any of your time shoveling it away and being in your way. So, and let's take a look here at the tailings bucket. Looks like the chute worked really well. It collected all the tailings there, and looks like the sluice is pretty full there. So we'll go ahead and dump this and see what we got. So now I'll unhook the chain for the sluice and then drop it down onto the bucket here. Then unlatch the riffles and dump the concentrates into the bucket. Riffles clean. I had the sluice at about a 10-degree angle is where it was set. So now I guess we'll process the tailings and see if we recovered 15 grams of gold, or actually 30 grams of gold. So what I'll do first is I'll go ahead and screen this 1/8 inch and pick out the picker. Oh yeah, some pretty nice pickers actually. Nice nuggets. Here's another one. Oh, that's a rock. Here's another one. Oh, I like that sound. Here's another one. Well, on the scan, that's what I'm seeing so far. Here's another one. Here's another one. That's a rock. So we'll set this aside and look through that some more later. But right now, I'll go ahead and run the rest of this through the GOLDROP and see what we can get out of that. So that's the pickers that were in the gold there, or in the dirt. It's pretty nice pickers too. No doubt about it. So here are the 6 big pickers we got so far that I picked out of the plus 1/8 inch material. So what I've decided to do now is I got the balance what was in the screen, and I'm going to use the gold claw here to see what other gold might be in here. Get it good and fluidized here, make sure that gold's down at the bottom. And then I'll just slowly work the gravel off the back side of the gold claw to get rid of the overburden. Okay, now we'll bring this to the front. Oh yeah, I see some gold in there. Wash off the rear ripples there. Now I'll work this out. Now here you can see if you're actually losing anything. Oh yeah, see that gold there? Quite a bit of it there. Quite a bit. Get it out of the shade here. Anyway, look at all that gold. Okay, now we'll just see if we can clean it off here. Separate that mineral. Yeah, there's quite a few pieces in there that I missed that you just can't see. See if I can get rid of this overburden there. There's quite a bit more gold that was still in that gravel. So that's pretty impressive, no doubt. Spread that out a little bit there. Wow, all of that was lost. I couldn't even see it. Well, anyway, we'll add that to the pickers that we got, and then I'll process the rest of this dirt through the GOLDROP. So this is what was in the bottom of the bucket that passed through that 1/8 inch screen. So we'll go ahead and run this through the GOLDROP and claim the gold out of it. First I'll wash in a little bit of this dirt, and in order to set the disturbance, set the mix. Okay, well it's not moving very much. Let's turn up the water on the mixing valve. Okay, well there we got a pretty good disturbance going on. So now I'll go ahead and wash the dirt in. Got the drop water set at about 0.3 gallons per minute. Pan is now empty, so we'll give that a few minutes and let the gold settle out. So these are the cons that were in the jar and in the trap. So now we'll just go ahead and knock it down, get rid of the overburden here. And I'll probably run the balance of what's left right back through the gold drop to separate any of the rest of the chaff from the wheat. Get rid of the overburden from the gold. Get rid of the material on the big riffles in the back. Yeah, let's start very slowly getting rid of the... Ooh boy. There's a lot of gold there, that's for sure. It's a lot of small gold. Well, I'm just going to take this and just run it right back through the GOLDROP. See if we can get that a lot cleaner. I have the drop water set at 0.5, so that should keep up any of the dirt in the trap, and the gold should just fall right out then. Okay, all the cons are washed in. Now I'll go ahead and lower the drop water. It's 0.5. There's 0.4. Bring it down a little bit more. There's 0.35. See, there's quite a bit of gold dropping in now. Let that settle for a couple of minutes, and then we'll see what we got. Well, it's been 5 minutes now since we dumped it back in, so let's see how much cleaner this gold is. Turn up the drop water to suspend the dirt. Close the valve. Oh yes, much cleaner. Well, there we have the little gold. Boy, that's some pretty tiny stuff. That dry washer does a really good job of getting the small gold. So this would be pretty easy to clean up now. Some big pickers in there, but those are easy to get out. So okay, so now we'll check the magnet sluice and see what tinier gold got recovered that escaped the GOLDROP. Now clean out the magnet sluice here and see what kind of gold was captured in the magnetite. Okay, now we'll remove all that magnetite and see what we got. Now we'll remove the magnetite that was in that sluice. We'll just spin it off here. Finish off, works in wet or dry. Doesn't really matter, but it sure does a good job of pulling out the magnetite. Well, that should be most of it anyway. Now we'll see what kind of gold. Clean off the ripples, then we'll do a little shimmy shake here and see what we got. A little bit, not very much though. Well, there's the gold that was ejected. Here, let me get rid of some of this water. That's the gold that was ejected out of the gold drop, captured by the magnet sluice. Not really very much, but it's there. It's like any device. Nothing's 100%. Let me uncover some of that in the black sand there. Here's a little better view. So anyway, now I'll clean it all up and dry it out, and we'll do a weigh test. Hopefully I got my 30 grams back. Just wanted to show you how tiny. See if I can focus in a little closer here. Get in the sunshine here too. That is the tiny gold that is captured in the magnet sluice, and also captured by that Royal Drywasher. So I know my setting was really good. 10 degrees and about a little less than half throttle. So I'm excited. This is really good. So now we'll weigh it up and see what I actually got. In cleaning up, I just had to show you this little tiny gold. It's pretty amazing. That's definitely flour gold. And this was in the jar. Pretty amazing. The gold's all dry, so it's now time to weigh it up and see how efficient this Royal Drywasher really is. Now, I purchased two 15-gram pay dirt containers from Dave. There we go, nice and stable. And let's see what we got. $30.2 grams. Oh my gosh, I got more than what I purchased, and the Royal got more than what I thought it would get. I don't know, some of that other pay dirt might have had some of its own gold in it when I mixed it up, but hey, there is 100% recovery. And some pretty tiny gold at that too. So, boy, I'm stoked. This is great. Now it's 30.3. 30.3. Wow. Well, there you have it. The Royal Drywasher is an excellent machine. And now I feel confident about getting all the gold possible in that dirt. So, and thank you, Dave, too, for another wonderful batch of pay dirt. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being interested.